Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxed. I'm glad that you're here with us today, and we're going to finish up our discussion about how I failed financially as a pastor. Stick around as we unbox this subject. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right, welcome once again. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Before we get started, do me a huge favor. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. That's right, like, subscribe, and share. And if you're listening to this via podcast, then please do me a favor. Check out our website. It's www.swg-unboxed.org. That's www.swg-unboxed.org. Okay, so I talked to you the last couple of times about how the structure of the Seventh-day Adventist pastoral pay is set up. And then I told you that every corporation has, a way that they pay. And no matter what the profession is, engineer, lawyer, doctor, whatever, too many people retire. Too many people move throughout life without having a solid financial plan. And this has a profound impact on the way that we move and lead within our organizations and the relationship culture that comes as a result of that. So I shared with you before the last time, be clear about your financial future. Be clear, know what you want to do, know where you want to be, how much you want to have saved up, where you see yourself financially by the time you get to retirement. I also told you to take responsibility for your financial future. Don't put it off just in the hands of a financial advisor. Please don't just put it into the hands of your employer's retirement plan and pension or whatever 501c3 or what am I saying? 501c3, whatever 401k plan. And I think I said 501c3 last time. I'm sorry. Whatever 401k plan or 403b, you can tell that I'm not a financial planner or an accountant, but the numbers that the IRS has designated for various retirement plans, you get it. All right. So I want to share with you a couple of other things. If you're like myself and you've gotten to the place in your life where you say, hey, you know what? I've made some poor financial decisions, et cetera, didn't really take control. I see how that impacted, my relationships and just my leadership within the organization. Then you've got to do this. You have to make up for lost time. That's right. You have to make up for lost time. You have to be quite intentional to say, you know what? I know that I didn't do it on the front end. Now I have to do it. I have to look for opportunities and be intentional. When you're actually intentional about looking for something, it comes along. I need to look for financial opportunities in order to build up my family's wealth and to have the type of life, to have the type of retirement that I want to have, the type of life that I want to live. So along with this being clear about your financial future and taking responsibility for it, is also saying I need to make up for lost time. And that means then I need to cut down on certain luxuries. I need to tighten the belt, as it were, eat out less, learn how to recycle the wardrobe. Amen. I'm talking to the church folk now. Recycle the wardrobe, learn how to be more conscientious with your spending and things of that nature. And then the last thing I want to share, and I'm going to give an example with this one, and that is develop guiding principles for your personal finances. When I was pastoring, someone would call me, hey, can you come speak for me? And I would shoot right over there and I spend a whole weekend and walk away with about $500 because this is how it works. They usually invite you to come in, and because of Seventh-day Adventists, our services were on Saturdays. So I come in. In order to get there, they'll usually fly out sometime on Friday. So that's Friday that's shot. You know how the airports are. Friday is gone with travel. Saturday, you're actually there preaching for the service. Sunday, you're traveling home. So that's 3 days for $500. There's not too many professionals that are going to take and do a 3-day trip for $500. You're not going to get a plumber or an electrician that's going to put in 3 days worth of work for $500 unless they're your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, or your best friend in the whole wide world. And so too often pastors do this. And one of the things that I noticed was that I was taking these engagements, and then at the end of the month, when I realized, man, I ended up buying food, I ended up, getting gas, spending other money. Whenever you travel, you just spend money you weren't anticipating spending. And here I am now frustrated because I'm saying, boy, I really didn't make that much. I went somewhere I really didn't want to go. Who wants to go to Milwaukee or Chicago or Baltimore or anywhere, place like that? Yeah, I have a desire to go there. And here I am doing that. So what I did was I began to develop guiding principles, which now means I don't, for the most part, accept speaking engagements at Seventh-day Adventist churches. I'll do a few things for close friends of mine, but for the most part, because I recognize now that what I charge to do, 2 and 3 hour or 6 hour workshops and seminars and presentations, that the average church can't afford it. And someone says, oh man, you ought to do it as missionary work. Well, check this out. What's more valuable than me going to preach one sermon is if I can make a substantial amount of money and then put that money into missionary work, put it into community outreach, put it into social justice. That would have more of an impact than me going and talking to 100 people, leaving there frustrated because my whole end of my weekend was shot with travel and with just so much downtime and wasted time and so much lack of productivity. Having guiding principles, this is how I do. So here's another guiding principle. I only accept speaking engagements if we're very close friends. So if we're not close friends, I'm not coming to speak for you. That's just what it is. Second of all, I'll only do it if it's somewhere exotic and the person inviting me, by exotic, I mean, you're inviting me to Tahiti, you're inviting me to, China or something. And then with that, you also have to be prepared to bring my family along with me. So, these are guiding principles. And that way, I'm not getting frustrated. I'm not laying out expectations. And these are just a couple of guiding principles just around speaking engagement. There are other things as it relates to finances. That this is the principles that I'm going to live by, because great leaders don't just have guiding principles for their relationships. They have guiding principles for every aspect and every facet of their life, even their finances. And so I have, by God's grace, moved from saying, hey, this is how I failed financially as a pastor, to now being able to say, this is how I am reclaiming and taking control of my financial future moving forward. Wish I had done it while I was pastoring, but it's better late than never. And that's what makes great leadership. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you next time.
Seasoned with Grace, Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.